One nation. One nation. Knowledge is power. Pump it up. Pump it up. Knowledge is power. Pump it up. Pump it up. What's up, y'all? Yeah. Everybody stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Now, if you're done with education and you're in the house, somebody say, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Goes like this. Before I set it off and get in gear, let me tell you why the school district of Philadelphia brought me here. They brought me here because they wanted some facts. They realized Grand Hank is down with motivation, but also Grand Hank is down with education. I'm a scientist, and through research and qualitative analyzation, I've determined that you have to be down for education. So I studied hard, went to college, matriculated, graduated, came back to the hood to rock for education. You know this ain't no weak side show. Red means stop. We got the green light for power to go.
Like a scientist. Like a scientist.
Thank you. I need some dancers down front to open this thing up, and let's do what we do. All right, young lady right here, 2 hands in the back right there. Gentleman right here. Come down front, hurry up. Who on this side? Right here, 2 right here. Good. Hey, y'all. Let me hear you say. What y'all want him to do?
Let's do it.
Taste me how to duck. Taste me how to duck. Taste me how to duck. Taste me how to duck.
Everybody love me. Everybody love me.
Yeah, here we go, Dave.
Taste me how to duck. Taste me how to duck. Taste me how to duck. Taste me how to duck.
Everybody love me. Everybody love me. Everybody love me.
You ain't messing with my Dougie. Now, we at level 9. We got to get to level 10 before I can do science. Are y'all ready? Then let me hear you say what y'all want him to do.
Call me SpongeBob, stack of Krabby Patties. Chuck go to work, do my cat daddy. Call me SpongeBob, stack of Krabby Patties.
We got a science party. All right, now, one more song, and then I got to go to work. We at level 9. We got to go to level 10. I feel the energy, y'all. Here we go. Let me hear you say what y'all want him to do. Let's give everybody a round of applause. You guys can return to your seats. Woo! Yeah. Now, this first experiment we're going to do is going to take place rather quickly. So I'm going to need everybody in here to focus your attention up front to this one container right here. This is normally a 5-gallon container. We took the water out, but we need everybody to pay attention. And in order for this to work, it's going to have to be absolutely no noise. We're going to be in complete silence for this experiment. All right? So, we're going to bring the lights down. And on the count of 3, when I say 1, 2, 3, we're all going to say one word. We're all going to say science at the same time. All right? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. It's got to be a little bit louder than that because it's going to be massive. So y'all have to be ready for it. Let's bring the lights all the way down. All right, there we go. Ready? On the count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Danger! Danger!
Put your hands together, y'all.
Get on the floor! The danger!
Come on, everybody. Danger!
Danger!
All right, hold it, buddy. Now, the reason I do this experiment is just for the reason that you heard, because it's dangerous. And this time of year, we all are turning our heaters on. Most of our houses are heated by gas. So I do this experiment because about 2 or 3 years ago, in the Northeast Philadelphia, there was a gas leak. And when they called PGW, and when they got there, they set the trucks up, and it blew up. And one of the PGW workers was killed. It leveled a city block. But this goes to show you the power of an explosive substance such as the gas that we use to heat our homes. So my word of safety to you is when you go home tonight to check your heater, and if you smell a foul odor, to call 911 and get out of the house. Will you guys do that for me? Thank you. So now we can start the show, because I always have to do my safety lesson first to show you. Now, so when we think of science, there's a process that we must go through to become a scientist. And I think it's important that you hear a little bit about my story so that you know how I became a scientist. I grew up in West Philadelphia, Mill Creek Housing Projects. I'm one of 8 kids, and guess what? Most of my brothers and sisters are here, and my mother and father are right here. So let's give them a round of applause. So I took a journey through the public school system it landed me at University of Pittsburgh. And when I got to the University of Pittsburgh, Pitt, I got there, and coming from the environment I came from, I believed I could be anything I wanted to be, right? That's what your parents tell you, can be anything, right? How many of you in here believe you can be anything you want to be? Great. I felt the same way, and I took a journey. When I got to Pitt, I said, I want to be a chemist. And everybody said, chemistry, are you crazy? That's one of the hardest subjects to study. And I believed I could do it, so I signed up for chemistry. And when I went into the chemistry room, my first class, I opened the door. There was 350 people in the room. I was the only African-American in the room. And guess what? When I came in, what position of the classroom do you think I sat in? The front, the middle, or the back? Who thinks I sat in the front? Who thinks I sat in the middle? Who thinks I sat in the back? I sat in the front. I'm all that. I sat right here. I'm the man. I'm going to bang this. So I did my studying. It came time to take my first test. I studied. How many of y'all think I passed my first test? Very good. How many of y'all think I failed? I failed my first test. I was devastated because I was the man. I came from University City High School. I'm all that. Got my first failing grade. I was devastated. I went back. I studied so hard that I almost drove myself crazy because I wanted to succeed. So I go to take my second test. I studied. How many of y'all think I passed my second test? Good. How many of y'all think I failed my second test? I failed again. I did. I was devastated. I said, so when you fail the second test, what do you normally do? You quit. You give up. But I realized this is something critical for you. You're going to come to a point in your life where the knowledge that you have is not enough. You're going to have to attach your brain to another brain that's smarter than yours, which we call them teachers. I attach my brain to my professor, but I have good news and bad news. Great professor, but he did not like me. And guess what? I did not like him. Guess why? Because he did not like me. Now, how silly is that? But I realized he was blocking my future. So I had to do one thing I want to help every young person in here understand. The word is called humility. Let me hear y'all say humility. That is a word that you're going to have to master if you want to be successful. So, long story short, I humbled myself to my professor, and I said, sir, I need your help. And he looked at me in a strange way that wasn't supportive, but I understood I wanted to be a scientist. So he said, if you come to my lab at 8 o'clock in the morning, I will tutor you. Now, everybody knows you've been to college, 8 o'clock is no joke. So I got up, I went, I studied as hard. Now, if I fail this third test, it's over. So I go into the laboratory. Matter of fact, let me back up. Because on that second test, when I failed the first test, what position of the room do you think I sat in? Front, middle, or back? Who thinks I sat in the front again? Who thinks I sat in the middle again? Who thinks I sat in the back? I sat in the middle of the room. I'm blending in. I'm cool with that. I'm not up here no more. So I go into the third test. Now I'm ready to go. So what position of the room do you think I sat in? Front, middle, or back? Who thinks the front? Who thinks the middle? Who thinks the back? I sat in the back. I'm out of here if I fail. They'll never see me again. So I go in, I study hard, I go to take this test. How many of y'all think I passed my third test? How many of y'all think I failed my third test? Well, I passed. I passed with a C, but I got out of there. So I went on to take all these chemistry classes, and then I looked around. It was time for me to graduate. Can you believe this? I came from the projects. I'm the only African American out of 38,000 people to get a degree in chemistry. Knowledge is power. So I took a job with a company called Johnson & Johnson. Y'all heard of that company, right? They make all kinds of chemicals and baby oil and stuff. But while I was there, I stumbled onto something, and I invented something. I invented a formula while I was there that loosens your skin up. Now, how many of you have ever been to the doctor and hate being stuck by a needle? Who hates being stuck by a needle and having your blood withdrawn? Who loves being stuck? Now, I see it's people in all audiences, some love to be stuck. I developed this formula, and I have it here, and this formula loosens your skin, and it allows your blood to be withdrawn without the use of a needle. So, let me ask you this. Am I rich or am I getting ready to be rich? Who thinks I'm rich? Who thinks I'm getting ready to be rich? I'm already rich. And I'm here to show you if you use your mind, you can achieve your maximum learning potential. Now, I have my formula here, and I need some volunteers to give me some blood for the Charles Drew Blood Bank. Dr. Charles Drew discovers the first plasma and how blood is stored. Now, before you raise your hand, you must be with a parent. The parent here, got somebody older? All right, good. Now, I need a total of 8 people. Now, don't come up. I'm going to point to you. You come up. Now, but you cannot be afraid to see the sight of your own blood. All right. Amber, are you with me here? Okay. Let's give a warm round of applause to Miss Amber Hook. Her and I go way back, so she's going to help me out. Let's get 6 or 8 good ones, some big ones. I need big ones. Okay, good. All right. I asked for 6, I got 8. Okay, come on over.